18, 19 years, whatever, my formative years. I think I was like from my 20s through my 30s. And I did a lot of different things. And one of the things I used to do was buy product for the restaurant. And I bought cutlery and things like that. I've seen a lot of cutlery. Cuisinart is a wonderful name. I have several of their products at my house. They make beautiful, beautiful knives, all fully forged, gorgeous knives. We're doing a giveaway today, essentially. It's a $60 value, which is ridiculous because it's way more than that. We are doing all these knives, and you get 5 blades, you get shears, you get covers, you get not 1 but 2 cutting boards. That's what they're resting against. And we have all these different colors available. So the one up front here is called, I'm gonna go with pastel. This one is jewel tone. I have them available in this iridescent color. What are we calling that? We're calling it white, but you can see that they're iridescent knives, and there they are at the bottom. And then the bottom down here are the ones that we are calling teal, aqua. Doesn't say on my card. Let me look. Rocky, you got anything for me? Turquoise. Oh, that just sold out. So forget about that. So I know. So you get it. You get it. I prefer the white. I think the white is the best one anyway. Anyway. Here's the value before Kelly gets going, because she's got a lot to talk about. So if you tried to pick these up separately, I don't know where they come up with that, because I know these knives, these are probably $20, $30 a piece. And you're getting 5. That's $150 in my book, because I know what knives cost. You're getting them today for under a $20 bill. So if you've got kids or you need a new knife set, we are gonna hook you up today. Precision stainless steel, that amazing finish on there. I love the iridescent ones. Those are gorgeous. Very versatile, very practical. Hello, Kelly Dedring.
How are you?
Very, very good. How are you?
I'm good. So I'm using the turquoise, but it's gone. So I just asked them to grab me a set of the white ones so that we're not using the color.
It's the blade that makes me freaking out.
They're beautiful knives, Guy. They're by Cuisinart. So as you said, you know, everybody knows and loves and trusts Cuisinart. It's that name brand you hear and you think expensive, right? It's really that super premium culinary brand. Lifetime warranty on these knives, which
forever.
It's forever. It's shocking to me that we can do that for under $20. You're getting the full set. So this is the chef's knife, and you can see if you choose that iridescence. Thank you, Carlos. He has the white for me. We're gonna cut with white. But if you choose the iridescent, your handle's gonna come white. But I will say, if you're afraid of knives, if you feel like maybe in the kitchen you're not great with a set of knives, that's okay, Guy, because you know, and Guy is probably really good with a $200 knife, I suspect. I get intimidated by a $200 chef's knife because it's heavy, right? And you're expected to know what you're doing.
Right.
And it makes me nervous. So for me, this is that sort of middle weight knife that, by Cuisinart. It has a comfort grip handle. This is the 8-inch chef, but you're getting them, each of them. It's sharpened on both sides. We'll talk about why that's really important. But it's not intimidating to me. I don't feel like it's heavy in my hand.
No, it's very well balanced in your hand. And there's a little bolster on the front where I like, you know, where I tell people that's where your thumb and your forefinger go.
Yep.
And then your other fingers go right underneath. It's lightweight, but very balanced. And the most important thing with a knife are those 2 features. You want it to be balanced.
Yep.
As far as it being lightweight, easier for older hands to be able to handle.
Yeah.
And whatever cutting job it is you're doing, you are getting a knife for every job. So you are getting the chef's knife, you are getting a slicer, you are getting a Santoku, you're getting a bread knife, and you're getting the
cutting
grandma little utility knife, which is great. I call it grandma because a lot of grandmas like cut towards themselves.
Yes, well, like for your green beans. That's what they did back in the day, right? This is the Santoku knife, okay? So this one comes included as well. That's your 7-inch Santoku. Great for, you know, things with a tough skin, whether it's your onions, your apples, maybe it's your lemons or your limes. If this is a gift for somebody, it's a fabulous gift. They're gonna think you spent 60 bucks. You would never expect a set of Cuisinart knives of any color to be under $20 with that lifetime warranty as well.
Yeah, and again, easy. Just remember, knife lesson number 1. Knuckles always tucked under, right? And the blade on an angle away from you. And you can just go when you cut like this. And I'll just show you, I'm showing off a little bit, but I'm just trying to show you the versatility of a knife like this. And it's so easy and lightweight in your hand. And remember, when you're holding a knife, you wanna hold it like this. So I usually take 1 finger and I put it right there, and then I put my thumb on the other side, and that is how I use the knife. It gives me the best control. And then knuckles under, and you're always cutting away from yourself. I don't care what knives you're using. If you practice that, it's safe, because these knives, when they come out of the box, are razor sharp.
They're sharpened on both sides.
Right, and
Yeah.
remember the only real thing that dulls a knife is what you're chopping on.
Yeah.
So if you're chopping on wood or you're chopping on, other material, that's really the only thing that will dull the knife. And remember, these knives are sharpenable.
Yes, they
all
are
right?
sharpenable. Yep.
They are sharpenable, and that is
Look at them,
important.
you can get a grip.
And the reason I wanted to show you this, I wanted to show you the back of this knife, is we'll get a shot of it.
Yeah, go
you see
ahead.
how wide the knife is here on this side, all right? And that's when you buy a knife and it's really thin, that's a cheap knife. The reason they make it wide is because the only way to sharpen this knife is to take material off. So you're gonna be using whatever sharpener you have, and we have those on hsn.com if you want to pick those up, but you're going to be removing material. So you want to start off with a nice heavy-duty piece of stainless steel, and that's what you do. That irradiated finish is just, sorry about that,
no, yep,
is
those
the
are fine.
coolest thing ever.
It's beautiful.
I mean-
It's like jewelry in the kitchen. We never get jewelry for our kitchens, do we? So
Kelly, it's a whole knife set for
It's a whole-
$18.
And read the reviews. So I laugh and I say this is for the discerning person in the kitchen. Somebody that's really good with a knife is gonna appreciate these. I mean, you see Guy, he's great with a knife. He can appreciate this set of knives, but even somebody that's not, somebody that is just starting out, maybe this is a wedding gift. We've got graduations coming up. Two of my girlfriends, you know them, Ellen and Julie, they've got graduating seniors from college.
Danny and Lily, they'd love this.
They would love this. So if it's somebody's first apartment, they're never gonna know it was an under $20 bill for an entire set of knives. And each one comes with the sheath. This is one of my favorites in the set because it's really versatile. So we don't call it a bread knife because it does more than bread, but it is the best bread knife I've ever had.
You know what I call it? I call it a sandwich knife.
A sandwich.
Because I can scoop mayonnaise and
Yes,
mustard.
you can, yep.
I can cut.
Yep.
I can cut bread in half.
Yep.
It's really good if you're doing tomatoes.
Yes,
But
great
here's
for
what I'll
cutting
tell
that
you.
skin.
Here's what I'll tell you. Sharpen your knives really well, and you don't need to use a serrated knife to cut your tomatoes.
Yeah.
I always use the sharpest knife in the kitchen, which is my chef's knife, because I like to cut them paper thin and I don't like to saw.
Yeah.
But if you can't do that, the serrated knife is great.
Anything with a
It's
thicker skin.
It's foolproof,
It's
right?
foolproof, yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. So anything with a thicker skin. Do I have, okay, I wanna show the shears. So I'm grabbing the white set, but again, you can choose your color. The only one that I think we're missing now is that turquoise, but the shears alone, just a $20, $25 investment.
for a good pair of
For a
shears.
good pair of
I
shears.
know.
It's my favorite shears. It even has a little bottle opener on the inside here to pop a little bottle. We don't have bottle openers so much anymore, but if you need one, it's on the inside of your shears. So maybe you love to cook with fresh herbs and open up those beautiful aromas and those flavors of fresh herbs for a salad or for a red sauce, a pasta sauce, whatever it is that you're cooking. This makes life so much easier. And I'll say, I use my shears for a lot more than just herbs. I use them to cut pizza with for my kids.
Yeah.
I cut my
Yeah.
grapes, I cut my strawberries. You can use these for a lot more than just herbs. So these are coming included with the sheath as well.
I love the little utility knife. The
paring knife,
And
yep.
again, we call it a paring knife, call it whatever you want, but I love this, and I actually used one this morning for strawberries, right? Because you'll be amazed and I am okay with doing like fruits like this with the cut towards yourself.
Yep.
They call that the Italian grandma cut because they all seem to cut that way. It's the way they were brought up.
Yep.
It's not really the safest way to cut, but the nice thing is you have so much control because this knife is so well balanced
Yeah.
that you know exactly the amount of pressure to be able to put on. I'm gonna eat that strawberry because that looks fantastic.
Yeah,
I love this knife.
Yeah, I love the paring knife too. And then again, maybe at the holidays, you're cutting the turkey,
Slicer.
you're slicing chicken, you have that protein blade or that slicing blade,
Look at
whatever
that.
it is. It goes right through your proteins. It's an 8-inch slicing blade. So you can see each one of them coming with that beautiful sheen, that little iridescence, and then the white handle. Again, it's sort of that middle weight. I talk to a lot of people that are like, oh, you go on TV with knives, you must be really good with knives. The truth of the matter is I'm not great with knives. But these make me feel a little more confident. It's not overly heavy. I don't feel like if I mess it up, I'm gonna cut my finger off.
You know what's really nice is a lot of people out there don't even have a real knife set.
Sure.
Especially people that are college kids or whatever and just inherited an old knife or took one from their parents' house.
Yep.
This is a really nice way to get really, really good quality knives in every style.
Yeah.
Because every knife is used for a different job. You have your Santoku. I like to do a lot of prep of vegetables with Santoku.
Yeah.
You've got your big chef's knife,
Yep.
which I use my chef's knives to actually do things like tomatoes. I like to slice them paper thin. You can
Yep.
do, it's a chef's knife. You can do whatever you want. The slicer,
Yep.
carving your holiday turkey or ham. You get the sandwich knife, which is also your serrated knife.
Yep.
So now if you're making sandwiches, you have the perfect knife for that. And then finally you get the little one.
Yep.
We're not
The
even
paring knife,
mentioning that
5-inch
you are
paring knife.
getting 2 cutting boards.
They come included.
I mean, you know, if you tried to buy all these, I mean, here you go. Ready?
Well, a cutting board
Let me
alone
show
is
you.
20 bucks.
All right, 20, 40, 60, probably 75, 85, 95, 2 cutting boards.
20 bucks?
You're at $150.
At least.
Right?
With the
And
lifetime
I love
warranty.
This little cutting board is
I know,
adorable.
I use it all the time. So when you want to just slice an apple, when you want to slice your grapes, when you just want to slice your strawberry, I get out that little cutting board. And then you have the larger one for maybe your proteins. But for me, I appreciate a plastic cutting board more so than wood. Just having kids, this feels sanitizable to me. Whereas a wood cutting board, obviously I'm not throwing it in the dishwasher. This one, dishwasher safe. I can get it completely sterile before I use it again. And each of them has that little reservoir on the outside.
So remember, we have them in white with the iridescent blade.
Yep.
We have them in the pastel, which have the coordinating blades there. And then we have them in the jewel tones, which are just the bright colors. Everybody gets 2 matching cutting boards, 1 large, 1 small, to go with it. All right, we're gonna continue along the theme of doing our prep. And I